I think we need to hang on a minute. This isn't right. Hang on a minute. There we go. See, he always does this. Right. I go away and he thinks he's the kingpin. He thinks he's the ruler above all else. You know, I'm the king. You stay below me. Don't see what I mean. And then he puts himself on the. You know, I don't know. Have to watch this Philip Brady man. You know, He's in the he's looking to take over the channel, I think.
Dermot, you always set up the positions. You do that on purpose every week. I know well.
I don't. Seriously, I don't. I'll tell you what happens when I take us off and put us back on because of the starting thing. It always puts us the opposite way round.
All right, okay. I believe you. Thousands wouldn't.
Yeah, thousands wouldn't be you. But anyway, Mr. Brady, how are you?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm delighted we got the win on Saturday, and I'm delighted for you that actually got to see Spurs score a goal. First time that's happened for a while. You've been at the stadium, so yeah, I believe it was I've been talking to you about the trip. It was an amazing trip, and
it was.
I'd say, if I have to say, one of the more entertaining Premier League matches of the season.
It was. But listen, everyone, good afternoon and welcome to Thfc Till I Die, your home of Tottenham past, present, and an exciting future under Ange Postecoglou. And yes, the DERMOTRON was in Tottenham. It was a very interesting journey over from Dublin Airport to Heathrow to get into the game. The game was unreal. And I said to you, Philip, there's something different in the stadium. There's a different feel. There's a different atmosphere. Even before the game, you can feel it. Even outside, there's none of the pessimism or the sort of depression of supporting Tottenham. So everyone is excited to go into the game. They're excited for Ange Ball. And I don't know what it is, Philip. Even when we went 1-0 down, there was no booing. There was no... It was like shout of, come on, you Spurs, let's get behind them. And it was different from Conte. Let's put it that way. Totally different from Conte. But we
go 1-0 down against Conte, and the knives are out nearly straight away. No delay. It's boos straight away. You know. So,
and for also I said to you, Philip, for the Levy out people as well. I never saw. I walked up and down the high road, and I didn't see one protest over there. Now I don't know if they've moved or they've gone to a different area, but I didn't see anything.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
So that's quite.
Well, it's kind of hard to protest at the minute when you think about it. You know, and the club is in the top 4 and we're flying along nicely. So it'll probably come back in due course. But at the moment, they're probably just taking a wee bit of a break.
Yeah. Hang on. Yeah, I'll do that one. Sorry. Yeah. So, but apart from you, good win for the Ireland rugby team yesterday as well, Philip. Good dominant win. And
it was. I mean, at 36-0, it was pretty routine stuff. I mean, I expected Italy to put up a bigger fight than they did.
Yeah.
Well, Ireland were just way too good for them, even with only half a team out. We didn't even have strongest 15, you know. So,
and we are going to talk about the Premier League. A few results yesterday shocked us, the Arsenal game, but we're going to get into that, Philip. We're going to get into the team as well. We're going to give our predictions of the team. We're going to talk about the match, my journey over there, which was eventful to begin with, and it was eventful to end with, and also. Well, I'm going to say why there is no borders going into England, but they do everything when you're going out the country. It really is a bit. It's a bit weird, that one. But let's see who's in. We've got Luke Chapman. Big up, Luke. He says 2024 Northampton Town mascot Clarence the Dragon, new refurbished. Well, big up Northampton Town and Clarence the Dragon.
Dino the dinosaur, is he?
Well, he's meeting up with Dino. Clarence and Dino are going to Soho together today. So Clarence, make sure Dino gets back to West Ham. Wembley 1. Afternoon, everyone. I know it is fun to laugh at the Whammers. Yeah, it is very fun at the moment. Me and Philip are going to laugh at them. But knowing the Arse have still to visit us. But yesterday afternoon was a sobering view. Was it sobering, Philip? Or was it a case where Arsenal that good or West Ham that bad?
Once Arsenal scored, West Ham just rolled out the white flag, basically.
Yeah.
They were a disgrace, absolute disgrace. I'm amazed David Moyes has still got a job this morning, because it was a case of last one out, switch off the floodlights at the game yesterday. Because the West Ham fans were leaving in their thousands by half time.
Yeah,
you know, it's a terrible sight to see for any club. But credit where it's due. Arsenal were very good and were clinical and took their chances. And you know, that's fair enough. I know we don't like them, but you've got to admit, when they do it right, they do it right.
Yeah. And I was hoping yesterday that West Ham and Man United would do us a favour, and Man United kept up the end of the bargain. But Man United, Phil, probably 6 points behind us now.
Oh, well, because Roy Keane and all these guys now are saying that they're going to finish ahead of Spurs. You know, typical Man United, you get a couple of good results. Yesterday, they should have been beaten out of sight by Villa.
Yeah.
How Villa lost that game, I will never know. So I wouldn't be too excited, too worried about Manchester United just yet.
There we go. Big up Wembley. We've got Carl Simpson. Good afternoon, everyone. Cause it felt different that time time to push on. It did feel different. I'm still buzzing, Philip, from that game. I am literally still buzzing. It's like I've got the adrenaline still going around me. Honest to God, it was something else. I'm so happy. Dermo is 5 minutes back already, Mo.
Not even 5 minutes. I'd give him 2 minutes, I'd say, and he was at us.
It is nice to be back, though, Philip, I must admit. I did miss it, actually. You did a fantastic job, by the way, Philip, and thank you for holding the fort. You did an absolutely amazing job. Thank you very much. Greg Selner, good afternoon, Dermotron and Dom Philip. Hope you're well. Philip, you're famous in Tottenham. Right? Somebody come up to me and said, Dermotron, how's Tom Jones? There you go. So you're now famous.
Wow.
Seriously, came up to me. How's Tom Jones? I said, where is he? I said, he's in Ireland doing a performance tonight.
Oh, thanks.
Afternoon, Jay Green says, afternoon, lads. Hope all is well. Yeah, we're grand. We are grand. Daniel Zito, what do you think of the trumpet player in the stadium? I think it's absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, brilliant. Great idea. Great idea. Really.
I did. It was something I was hoping. I was trying to find out where he was at one point, and I saw where he was. Right, and it's like it got the whole team singing before the game started. And it was like there he was playing. I think if he had a drum behind him, like banging the drum, do you know what I mean as well? I think if he had that would. But it was brilliant.
Well, there is a drummer there. There usually is a drummer there, whoever he is.
There's a drummer in the south stand.
Well, if they don't want, if they want another, I'll apply for the job. If they want someone to go over there, I'll do it.
But I tell you one thing, it's brilliant. Yeah, I think it's a great addition. And I will say this now: when Tottenham scored, right after me all celebrate, I looked up. Daniel Levy, I thought was doing the jig.
He probably was. Yeah.
I've never seen. I knew where he was sitting, right, and there was a few bald-headed people there. But he literally jumped up. This bald-headed fella jumped up, put his arm in the air like this and went like that. And Ange down the bottom went like that to him. So I think that was him and Ange talking to each other. Yeah,
but are they not on different sides? Isn't
no, Ange is on the same side as the
side. Oh, yeah. Nice. Oh, very good. No, I mean it's well, Daniel Levy, he's normally fairly quiet when Spurs score, but obviously he's getting swept along by the whole enthusiasm around the place.
Brilliant. I'm loving it. I'll tell you one thing. I cannot remember the last time I'm just so buzzing. I really am.
It makes up for AC Milan, does it?
AC Milan, that just makes up for it for AC Milan and Wolves. Both games together.
Yeah.
Both games together. It was West Ham. Absolutely crap. Gave up. Yeah.
They gave up. But I mean, it's a disgrace to their shirt. That's the way I'd describe them.
Yeah, exactly. Don't worry about United. All concentrate is on Super Spurs. Yeah, we are the Super Spurs. This I don't agree with, and not because Daniele, you're entitled to your opinion, but I was there and I probably saw the game differently. I always find, Philip, when you watch it on TV, you don't get the same thought of the game while you're seeing it live.
That's true.
Because you can see a lot more. You can see the players working. You can see the players doing more off the ball, which you can't see in the TV because the TV is always following the ball around. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So the performance level wasn't good on Saturday. We lacked energy and cutting edge. We need to be playing much better on Saturday versus Wolves and going forward. I disagree with that. I thought it was a very even first half. Brighton scored, and then we picked up the pace, and we should have. We didn't take our chances, Philip. That's as simple as that. We kept trying to pass it through. But for the 15 minutes second half, we battered them. Absolutely battered them. And then Brighton got. It was a very even game, Philip. It was one way or the other. Do you know what I mean?
Could have gone either way.
Could have gone either way, but I thought we played well. I know a lot of people says we didn't. I'm on the opinion that we did play well. we lost control of the game, I think, midway through the second half. When Sonny came on, that gave us the momentum to start getting back into the game. But that's my view. What was your view watching? You saw the highlights, Philip, and I'm sure
I wouldn't see, because I wasn't able to get a stream where I was on Saturday, but I saw the match of the day and I saw the Sky highlights as well. Plus, I've seen the extra highlights on YouTube and whatever. Yeah, I felt like I knew. I always said from the very day this was going to be a very difficult match against Brighton.
Yeah,
because they're one of the best footballing teams in the league, and they give any team a good game. I thought, I thought we got off to a bad start. Van de Ven getting caught on the wrong side of the ball there, and Welbeck almost scoring. But I thought the penalty, again, we were the victim of our own misfortune there. A bit too much playing around at the back. And then remember the one that for the second save that Vicario had to make, he threw the ball out.
Yeah.
And should never have thrown the ball to Romero because he was marked by Welbeck. So we caused our own problems a lot of the time. Brighton didn't cause them, we did. But in the second half, we kind of got around that. And when Brighton had a couple of good chances, I mean, they're talking about it being one of the most entertaining matches of the season.
Yeah, it was.
I think it was. And I mean, there's no easy matches in the Premiership. There's no game you go to, apart from Arsenal at West Ham maybe, and walk away from it without breaking sweat. You really have to work for the points. And fair play to Brighton. They're a lovely team to watch, and I hope they do well. But we just had the edge on them in the end, and we kept going. We kept going to the very, very end.
We didn't stop. We did not stop, Philip. We did not stop. Just like our sponsor, Wraith Energy, they don't stop either. And as you can see, we've got the code over the top of Philip's head there. You can use that code THFC TID for 10% off of anything on the website. They are the channel's official partner. So please hit that QR code and please get something, because they do some good stuff on there, Philip. And me and Philip are going to order some stuff off there as well. So we will do it properly when we get the stuff through the post. But like Tottenham, Wraith never stop as well, Philip. So there you go.
I think they must have had a few cans left around the dressing room at Spurs at half time on Saturday.
Now, me and Philip are going to do a video for this. I think we're going to do it today and for tomorrow. So we're going to try to make it as funny as we can somehow. But we are going to do a little promotional video for them. But yeah, please hit the QR code and you get 10% off using the code THFC TID for all the stuff on Wraith. It is a great website. And also down the bottom as well, that the website drinkwraith.com as well. They deliver worldwide, so please do hit that QR code. That's the first time I've said that, Philip. So I'm quite. I was trying to work out how to get it in, and when you said we never stop, I thought, put in there. We've got Boris Britt. Dermo complains non-stop. It's not a THFC till I die stream unless that happens. Big old Boris.
He doesn't mean it.
No, big up Boris. How's your brother Boris Johnson? How's he doing? Let us know. How's he doing? Did you see the latest over there in England with the Conservatives? Now they've got the popcorn side of the Conservative Party now, led by Liz Truss. Yeah, popcorn. Yeah, led by Liz Truss.
Right.
Apparently, she's never got invited to dinner parties in London. I wonder why.
It's going to be popcorn on the menu.
Big up to Stephen Cartwright. Good afternoon, everyone. Hope you're all well. I think the protesters have stopped because the feeling is that Levy has changed and being more ambitious. Maybe that's right, Philip. But I didn't see one. Even Graham's one. I didn't see Graham's one, which I was really surprised.
They've probably been strategic about this. It's not a time to protest when things are going well. You know, I mean, the time for that comes when we're not going well. It's just natural instinct.
It is. I hope you didn't already talk about this, but in your opinion, should Spurs bring in a striker in the summer or continue with Richie up front? Thanks, lads. Look, I'll let you start on this one, Philip. Well, where are we going with this, do you think? Look, Richie is a good... Look, I'll let you start. Where do you think we should go? Well,
Richie, Dermot, as you kept saying on Saturday, Richie works his socks off. Apart from being up there around the goal area, he works back, he tracks back, he tackles back. He puts in a huge workload. And he's starting to get the benefit now. Okay, I know he didn't score on Saturday, but he has scored. He's scoring regularly up to now.
Yeah.
Now, is Brennan Johnson a striker? I don't know. I think he's more a winger than a striker. So, yeah, I think we should bring in another striker. because you need to have cover in every position.
Yeah.
Someone that can equally score the goals, And yeah, so I would bring in a striker in summer. Yeah.
Who would you bring in, Philip? Who do you think Spurs should
Oh
look at?
God, I don't know. I haven't since the end of the transfer window, I've stopped looking at the names of players that we've kind of been interested in.
Do we need a Gary Lineker type striker or like a Steve Archibald type striker or
a
Harry Kane type striker?
A fox in the box. A fox in the box.
So you look more like a Gary Lineker, Garth Crooks type.
Yeah, it's not necessarily hugely 6'4". Someone that can crafty and score goals. I'm trying to think of a suitable one at the moment. I just can't really think of anyone. Vlahovic, yeah, Vlahovic would be okay, yeah, but whether that boat has sailed, I don't know.
Yeah, Danielle has just said Gimenez. Santiago Gimenez, yeah.
Jimenez. Yeah, he's another good one. Yeah. Yeah.
But do you think we have to go away from a Harry Kane type striker to a more like a Gary? It's the only way I can describe it. Like Lineker was a 6-yard striker, wasn't he, Philip?
Yeah.
Where Harry Kane, and they lost at the weekend by Munich to Leverkusen.
They got absolutely hammered by Leverkusen.
Yeah,
absolutely hammered.
I think the German league's finished over there.
Well, Harry Kane in the first half had 7 touches, the least of any player on the pitch. He didn't have 1 touch in the opponent's
Do you think he's regretting his move now? Do you think he's thinking,
I hate to say I told you so, Harry, but it looks like he's jinxed, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Harry Kane goes to Bayern Munich and they win nothing. If he stayed at Spurs, I'm just hypothetically, if he'd have stayed at Spurs this season and we've been playing the way we have, chances are we wouldn't be out of the FA Cup. We certainly wouldn't be out of the Carabao Cup. So maybe it was just a mistake of timing for him to go to Bayern Munich. He might end up with nothing this season.
But you see, with Harry Kane, it's a case of, right, Levy, you told me this all before, I'm just going. And do you think we're looking back, Philip, and thinking he's looking, hang on, I made a mistake here. Well, I think...
Yeah, I mean, he should have known. Like, he played enough pre-season under Ange to know what was coming. Like, he scored 4 goals in his last game at Spurs and against Shakhtar Donetsk. He should have known what Ange ball was at that stage. But I'd say the decision was made at that stage, and that was it. He was gone.
And Ange knew he was going.
Yeah, Ange knew he was going.
It was like Ange coming in. Well, who's he? That would be Harry Kane's sort of attitude. Who's he?
Yeah.
And he was so big. He was so big when Mourinho and Conte were there. He wanted the big name manager, but maybe big name manager doesn't work at Tottenham. Maybe we need Birkinshaw wasn't a big name manager, Philip. Nor was Bill Nick a big name manager. We've never done well with big name managers. We've done well under managers that have been successful in lower leagues, have come into us and played the. Do you know what I'm getting at? Or
yeah, true. No, you're right. You're very right. You're right on that. Yeah, you're right. I mean, but then again, you think that Harry would know enough to see what Ange has done in Japan and Australia and at Celtic to know that this guy is a serial winner. But obviously, the money maybe meant more. I mean, it must be an awful kick in the teeth for Harry Kane to see Bayern Munich knocked out of the German Cup by a 4th division team.
Yeah.
And then to be now 5 points behind Leverkusen going down the stretch. It could be a very disappointing season for Harry. I'll tell you one thing. I don't think the mood of the Bayern fans is that good with them at the moment. You hear a bit of criticism coming back. And then again, he's always got his dog walker, Eric Dyer, to have a chat with and to fall back on, crying his shoulder.
Apparently, Eric Dyer was a blinder on Saturday, giving away goals again.
He wasn't taken off though. They left him on for the whole game, which is
not our problem, Philip. Not our problem. Peter M, big up Dermot and Philip and everyone in the chat. Glad you saw your win, Dermot. Oh, I am too. I am too. We've got Carl Simpson 6. If the starting 11 are still working their fitness up, wait till they are fully fit. We're Champions League is in our hands, Philip. I'm sorry.
Bentancur is the one that concerns me a little bit.
No, he played. He. I tell you what, with Bentancur, he got more into the game as the game went on Saturday.
Yeah. I don't think he's fully fit yet. That's his problem. He's not fully fit.
No, and I tell you one player for me, Philip, that did well, and he's been in for a bunch of criticism. And I haven't gone far from him. I had his back. I'm going to talk about. He was immense when he came on.
Yeah.
He wanted the ball all the time. He was shouting at players, shouting at Johnson, get into your position. Like corners, he was telling players who to mark. Romero, another one, was shouting at players. And there was a corner, and Brighton had a player in front of Vicario, and we were shouting to Vicario, push him, fucking push him, sort of thing. And then I was shouting at Romero, get somebody in front of Vicario, split them. Right. I wasn't the only one saying that. It was a few of the other people saying it as well. And next thing, you could see Vicario push the Brighton player, like, right. And we all cheered when he pushed him. And he turned around and gives us a thumbs up when they kicked the ball up. He did that to us, which I tell you what, Philip, for me, that I just felt like a little kid. Yeah. It was like, he's listening to what we're saying. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? And it's like, wow. So, but Højbjerg for me, pardon, go on.
Do you think we've become a much more vocal team than we used to be?
Oh, yeah. Vicario doesn't shut up. I mean, he knows every English swear word going. I mean,
and a few Italian ones as well.
Yeah, and he shouts. He doesn't shout a lot at Van der Ven. He shouts more at Romero.
Yeah,
which really surprised me. Van der Ven was immense. He may be quick on the screen, Philip. By Jesus, he's quick in real life.
He's the fastest Premiership player ever recorded.
I tell you one thing, Romero. Everyone's a captain in that defense.
Yeah.
You've got Porro shouting at James Maddison. You've got there's 6 or 7 captains in that team.
That's what we need. That's what I think we've lacked in the past. It's a bit of vocal shithousery, if you like. People shouting at each other and telling you what it works. It keeps people's minds focused, and it's a great. I'm delighted to see that. I really am.
And it was like when we won 1-0 down, we were all like disappointed. I could see Romero and Maddison and Bentancur going like this to the players.
Yeah,
just calm down. We'll win this. We'll get into it. Calm down. And it was like, even when Brighton then he scored twice, missed the ball by that much, by the way. One of them, it was like, Romero, what that beeping were you doing? But he was speaking in Spanish or his native language. You can see Romero did this to him. Not Romero, Van der Ven did this to him, right? Right. And Romero gave him a look, right? It was really funny, right? Romero gave him a look, and Romero went and walked up my brother. It was so funny.
Do you know what I loved as well? Do you see whenever Sonny came on?
Yeah.
Romero runs over to the touchline and puts the captain's armband on him and gives him a hug. Oh, that was brilliant. The way he did that.
You can see him run onto the pitch. You can see him doing this, like, to the crowd.
Yeah.
We gave him a massive ovation coming on, and it was like, it was. I don't know. He did lift it. When he came on, it changed.
Yeah.
The crowd were up for it. The players were up for it. You could see Andrew was up for it. It was like, right, I've got my team back together now. And Basuma came on, and it was good. When Daniel says, when Sonny came on, we improved so much. We missed him in attack so badly. He will hopefully start Wolves.
He will start v Wolves. He will start v Wolves.
We've got Nora. Nora, is that Philip?
Nura.
I'm afraid that Ange will be sacked in November 2024. I do not think Levy will change.
Not a chance. Not a hope in hell.
Oh, well.
No chance.
There you go.
Entirely a view, of course, but no, he won't be. Yeah. Why would he sack him? Levy has shown this last 2 transfer windows. We've been the team spending the money. So why would he sack the most potentially successful manager we've had in years? So I can't see it happening.
And I think he's better in his first season than Poch was in his first season.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Spurs are 5 points better off after 24 games than last season. We're 7 points off the top compared to 15 points last season at the same stage. Yeah. That, Philip, is the miracle still on?
No. I mean, no offense, I don't think so. I mean, I'd love to say it is. I really would. But I'm going to it's always been my feeling that next season is going to be the season we're really, really going to challenge. We're going to be there or thereabouts. We're going to get top 4, but I just don't think we've got the depth of the squad or the experience under Ange, enough experience under Ange to do it this year. Now, I hope I'm wrong. I will absolutely be the first person to admit I'm wrong if I am. But I think 3rd or 4th is probably the best we can hope for. Because look at it this way: Man City, 10 wins on the bounce. Liverpool are winning and Arsenal are winning. They're going to be the 3 to get ahead of, and it's a tall order.
I still think Liverpool's going to win the league, though, Philip. In my opinion, I saw that Man City game.
I'm still going for Man City.
No, Man
City struggled
City
on Saturday again, but Dermot, they can struggle all they like. Man City always finish strongly, and that's what's going to happen again.
Yeah, well, I'm not that we're going to see the last game of the season, Philip. It's going to be an interest. If they're going for the title, the last game of the season, that is going to be an interesting stream with
well,
you.
I hope it does. I don't want to see the title settled 5-6 weeks ahead. I want to see it go right down to the wire, and I want to see Arsenal go away disappointed again because that's all they deserve.
Big up to Kev Williams. Says big up Dermo and Philip. Dermo, that's my favourite Spurs kit behind you, the 1991 FA Cup. Yeah, I had a voucher, so I thought I would buy this favourite shirt. I was going to buy the yellow one, Philip, but when I saw the FA Cup final, I thought I had to get it. I tell you, that Spurs shop is unreal over there. It is like they got even some of the 60 shirts, Philip, which I thought you would be buying. I thought back at you being at Dinos, but you with the original white and the cockerel up here. I suppose you never bought one of them shirts, Philip.
No, I've got a few of them. I've got the 2007 125th anniversary, the blue and white half shirt. I've got that.
Yeah,
I've got a few of them, but no, I haven't got any of the real old ones. You know.
No, yeah, I think you should, Philip. I think you should. That white one.
Are you trying to say something? Are you?
No. I'm just saying, Philip. Look. I'm going to ask you a question now. You look at shirts then to now. Which is your favorite shirt back in the day?
The shirts back in the day were very plain. There was nothing much to it. Basically, they're a white shirt with a V-neck and a badge on it. That was it. There was no fancy design.
What was your favorite shirt, though? Was it the 81 Cup Final one?
I'd say the 81 Cup Final, yeah. But going back to the 60s and 70s, there was nothing on the shirts. Or the 60s anyway. 70s, there might have been.
Yeah,
the
81 Cup Final. There wasn't there's cockerel in the 60s.
Oh, just the badge. That was all. The badge.
Just the badge. Yeah. They didn't even have the Umbro made them for years for Tottenham, and there never was the Umbro symbol on them until the 70s.
You weren't allowed to advertise in those days, you know.
Peter's asking I don't know, how do you pronounce that, Philip?
Noor.
Why? That seems a catastrophic loss of form from a renewed team. That rarely happens in football. Yeah.
That's true.
Big up to Neil Shafton as well. Morning. We have a few players online, but it can't hurt to add another striker. No, that's
I'll tell you, Troy Parrott scored again at the weekend, I think. So
he did.
You know,
he did. He's doing very well. Santiago Gambina says Daniela. Peter Ram. If you can imagine any striker, I would go for Alex Isaac from Newcastle. That's not a bad shout, actually.
I can't see us getting them though from Newcastle. No. I don't think they'll be selling.
Stay with Richie. I love what he brings to the team.
Yeah, it's just a backup for him. It's a backup for him, really.
I saw him there on Saturday, Philip. Right, and we were behind the north stand. Do you know where I was sitting? Because I sent you a video where I was sitting. Yeah. And you could see him. He never stops running. He's like from minute one. And what got me was that Kulu doesn't run as much, nor does Werner, but Richie doesn't stop. Richie does not stop, and he's very unlucky. But we tried to pass it through the first half, and it was so frustrating to watch. But I would stay with Richie as well. Kev Williams, question: has Levy changed since the revenue from the new stadium has been flown in? We are steady after that stadium. Look, you're more of a you work in the financial world, Philip. You're a bank manager. You've done a lot of financial stuff, so you know more about this than I do. Do you think he has changed because of the revenue coming into the club that it's given him more elbow room to work with?
It should do, because it might have been now nearly 5 years in the stadium. And okay, I know there's a heavy big loan, but that loan is ring fenced off. It's not affecting the day-to-day running of the club. So maybe he's changed for that reason. But then again, he had Mourinho and Conte when we were still in and earning money from the stadium, and he wasn't too flush with it then. So I actually think the revenue, because of the concerts and the rock concerts and the boxing and whatever, and the NFL, has certainly helped. I honestly think the biggest reason Daniel Levy has changed in the last 6 or 8 months is Ange Postecoglou. Because Daniel sees what he's got here and wants to keep him and wants to keep him happy, and has opened up the purse strings. Maybe he felt if he'd given money to Conte and Mourinho, they would have wasted it on players that wouldn't suit the club. Whereas Poch or Ange is bringing in players that they fit like a glove. What we need. But maybe that's the reason. Maybe it's something to do with it. It's a big mixture of both, I would say.
Yeah.
You know?
Do you feel also that Ange has also gone into the line of what Levy wants is younger players? Do you think he's also going along and that Do you know what I mean? They're agreeing to go down the same road, where Mourinho and Conte will go down different roads to where Levy wanted to go.
Look at the age of the players we've got. Vicario's 27, Porro's 23, Mickey Van der Ven's 22, Romero's only 25, 26. Destiny's only 20. The oldest player in the team is Sonny at 31. We're building a squad for the future here. Really good, young, talented player, and the young lad we're bringing in from Sweden next season, Lucas, whatever you call him, I can't remember his surname. I mean, that's the way we're going. That's where the attitude has changed. Mourinho would have been buying players like Fernando Llorente or what you call them, older players in their 30s, which are great for a short-term fix.
Yeah,
but they're no good for long-term projects.
No. Big up to Matthew. Big up Comrade Dermot and Comrade Philip. We're part of the Cold War again, Philip.
Yeah.
Philip is Russian. What would you be in Russia where would you be in the Russian hierarchy, Philip? Would you be running the place?
Thrown off a bridge, I'd say at this stage.
No, would you be head of the Russian security service over there?
No, I would have nothing to do with them, Dermot. I'd rather just defect. Defect to the West.
I'm coming with you. Anyway, and he's also sent in the super chat as well. Thank you so much. He says, we won the game because of Comrade Dermot's blessing. If Comrade Dermot wasn't there, we wouldn't have won that match.
Yeah, Dermot, that's it. That's it in a nutshell.
Do you want to tell people what you said to me at halftime?
Yeah, I said, Dermot, what's this? I'm going to actually read it out here. Hold on, I'll read it out what I sent you.
When you rang me, you said to me, you're barred.
You're barred, that's right. Oh, God. But I'm going to see now. Let's see what I put here.
But big up, Matthew. Thank you so much again. Really appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Yeah, I said you're barred. I said, that's it.
Yeah.
You're jinxing the club, you're barred.
Yeah. We've got Neil Shafton. Valovic, because he's a big and he's very hard to stop in the 10 yards and closer. Also good in the air, 6'4". Bergville might also be another player that help or aerial success along with Velez.
Yeah, well, that's true. Velez has got to come back next season. He'll have more experience playing in Spain. And Bergvall, this guy, I've got huge hopes for him. I think he's going to take the thing by storm if he keeps his progress on the level of what he's done so far.
Yeah. Jay Green says, I'm probably going to get stick for this, lads, but Harry Kane had to go. Angie's building something special at our club. And if he couldn't see that, then he was right to go. Do you know what? I agree with that, Philip. I don't see why he would get stick for that. It's the right attitude.
No, I mean, it came to the right point where there was always going to be a separation there. And okay, maybe if Harry had stayed this season, who knows what would have happened. But he didn't. He decided to go. He's gone. Good luck to him. I hope he does well in Germany. I don't think things are going quite as well as he thought they would. But I think I'd say he may have listened too much to his idiot brother.
Yeah.
And he wanted the extra big payday for going over to Germany, and that's probably
I think so.
Harry,
I think so. Look, they're still in the Champions League, Philip. If they get knocked, they're playing Lazio this week.
Yeah, but
if they get knocked out of that,
oh boy, that will be a major shock. Be a major shock.
Yeah, but big up. No, I think you're right in that, Jay Green, and also, Neil's been a member, Philip, for 8 months.
Oh, good man, Neil.
Wow, big salute to you from me, and Philip will give you a salute from Philip. We're like the two Ronnies here. Salute from me and salute from you. Which one are you? Am I the little short fella and you the other one?
No.
Or you the little short fella?
You actually look a bit like Ronnie Barker, so you can be here.
Yeah, okay. You be the little short fella tells the stories. I used to love that as a kid. You used to sit in the black chair. I loved Open All Hours, by the way. Porridge.
Yeah, that was good.
I still watch them now. I actually found my favorite TV program on Legend. I'm recording it, Knight Rider. When I was a kid, I loved Knight Rider as a kid. I absolutely adored it. And I was watching it last night and I was thinking, how cheesy is the program like?
Yeah.
Looking at, but I'm sitting there thinking, I love this. That Miami Vice was my favorite programs. God, there's a load of people in the chat, Philip. We've got Carl Simpson saying, screw Kane. He went to a team and couldn't win guaranteed and buggered that up. Grass isn't always greener.
All right.
True. Proper communication. This is what we were talking about, Philip, about the back four and Vicario. There's communication between all of them.
Yeah, that's it. That's what we've been lacking. You see, that's what I think Hugo Lloris's biggest fault was. He wasn't vocal enough. But Vicario is making up for that now. And I mean, I think we whoever spotted Vicario and scouted him deserves a medal, because I've got who I class now as the best goalkeeper in the Premiership. Anyway, let's have a few more chats.
I'm back. Sorry. Good evening, says Paul Pablo. We've got Neil Shafton. Give Rodrigo till over. Do you want to read that one out, Philip? Sorry.
Give Rodrigo till over the summer to give a rating. The guy's playing has 2 major leg injuries, and it's not fair to making comments on his form, and the guy's even playing at this point. No, I'm not criticizing his form, Neil. All I'm saying, I don't think he's fully fit. I'm agreeing with you that he's not fully fit.
Do you feel, Philip, the last injury, the first one didn't knock the stuffing out of him, but the next one did?
Yeah, I think I read somewhere today that they reckon that it could be next season before he really gets his form back. He's really back to full fitness and full everything. So I'm not criticizing Bentancur. I think he's a great player, but maybe needs must. He came back in a little bit too soon. Maybe remember the game he came back in. Nobody expected him to be playing at all. Suddenly he's in the team. So I think he may have come back a little bit too soon.
Yeah. Now there was a massive argument, and I know Dave has made this argument, and Mia made the argument that Tottenham will not score as many goals without Harry Kane. And there was a big argument saying that everyone else would chip in, and Dave is saying, no, they won't. We won't. Well, Leslie says Tottenham have scored more goals after 24 games this season than last season with Kane playing.
Yeah, we hit the 51 mark on Saturday.
So what does that tell you, Philip?
It tells me that we don't need, well, not say we don't need Harry Kane, but there is life after Harry Kane. I think most people thought the Spurs would struggle to score goals this season. What's happened now is the goals have been shared out between Sonny, Richarlison, Maddison's chipped in with a few, Udoji's chipped in with a few, and that's the way it is.
So do you think? Sorry, Philip. Do you think Mia was right in her argument that everyone else is chipping in, where Dave was saying, well, you're going to struggle without Harry Kane?
No, everyone else has chipped in. Everyone else has chipped in.
So look, if you are watching this, Dave, it's not a criticism to you. I understand your point, but I just feel we look a different outfit without Harry Kane this season. Look, to lose a striker like Harry Kane is a major blow to any team. But do you think we haven't let it fester in the team that Harry Kane's gone? We said, well, okay, he's gone. Well, let's move on.
I think what's happened is, and just sat the boys down and said, right, lads, listen, we've lost the best goal scorer the club's had since Jimmy Greaves, right? The goals have still got to come. I want you to, last season for me, a lot of the players sort of sat back and said, oh, well, Harry will do it. They left too much on Harry. Harry Kane scored 30 goals and probably the worst Spurs team of the last 10 years, right? And Harry Kane was going back. He was getting the ball in midfield. He was foraging back. He was doing everything himself.
Yeah.
And the players let him do it because they thought, well, Harry Kane's the man. He'll do it. Now, this season, that's gone. So that work rate has to be spread around the rest of them. And they've done it admirably. They've really got the system going very, very well. Like as Leslie said here in the comments.
Where?
With 14 different scorers.
Yeah.
So that shows you the goals have been spread around.
Yeah. It does. We've got Peter M says Jay Green, it's a respectful opinion, no stick from me. Neil Shafton, Starman. They played David Bowie, Starman.
Starman,
Yeah, for Star. And I'm looking at and I wish I videoed it now, right? And they're playing songs for these players, right? Brad was telling me about it. And next thing, a dartboard comes up for James Maddison. I wish I videoed it. I really did. I did video the end. I'm going to bring it up, Philip, at the end. I will download it.
Very good.
And it was like, there's a star, man. And I love Bowie. You know I'm a massive Bowie fan anyway. And to hear that, and I thought, well, that's it. It's made. They've played Bowie. Fine. So,
one thing I criticised Sal for on Saturday, and he was lucky. He ran into the crowd after the game, after they scored the goal, and got booked for it, right?
Yeah.
He made a tackle a few minutes later that some refs may have given him a second yellow for. Yeah. So while I'm all for celebrating, it's foolish to get a yellow card for it. That could affect your team later on in the match.
Yeah.
That's all I'll say about that.
I do have a complaint about Tottenham steward, and I'll explain why. I told you what happened afterwards, didn't I, Philip?
Yeah.
And I think it was disgusting. But anyway, Paul Pablo, beginning of the season, high press, which was giving the ball away too much. This gun-ho football, if you're going to play, we need more technical players. I agree with you. I agree with you, sort of. Afternoon course, DJ Samuel. Hope you had a wonderful time. I tell you one thing, I had a blast. But I'll get through the chat and I'll explain my trip over. It was eventful from beginning to end. Let's put it that way. Michael McDonald. Afternoon, chaps. Good to see the best double act since Larson and Sutton back on my screen.
2 ex-Celtic players, I noticed.
Yeah, yes, that's it.
Celtic got through anyway in the Scottish Cup. Livingston next, so you avoided the Rangers anyway.
Yeah, who's Larson out of us? Who's Sutton?
Oh, Henrik Larsson and Chris Sutton.
Yeah. Well, which one am I? Which one are you?
Oh, sorry. Oh, yeah. Sorry. Let me see. I'll be. I was going to say Larsson, but they're both ending on, don't they?
Okay.
I'll be Sutton and you can be Laron. Okay, mix the two of them up.
Yeah, he was a great striker for Celtic back in the day.
He was. He was something else. Henrik Larsson.
Wasn't he Swedish?
Yeah, he was.
Yeah. Neil Shafton, this season is a success. It is a success. Even if we finish top 5, we have moved almost all the deadwood out of the club. We have so many players returning, and then we get our additions. Then we'll be able to compete.
That's it. Next season, watch this space. Next season, we're going to go places.
But big up, Michael. Thank you for calling us the best double act. I like compliments like that. I don't know how to take them, Philip, but apparently you and me and Tottenham were getting a lot of compliments how we are a good double act together.
Oh, that's good. Nice
a lot of people are saying that they love my delusionals and your straightness. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm afraid I can be a straight talker at times, but it doesn't always work. But no.
Philip can be delusional as well. He can be delusional when we're losing. We're losing, Dermot. We're going to lose this one. We're going to lose this one. And we do lose it.
I'm not good on watch-alongs when we're losing. I'm not good.
And it's like, I told you so. And I'm thinking, do not say it. This is me thinking before you say it. Don't say it, Philip. Just don't say it. Don't say it. I told you so. You just said it. We've got back together again this weekend, Philip, for the watch along. Can't wait. I've missed them. Late 80s through to the mid 90s were the best kit. Yeah, I loved the yellow one with the blue. I'm going to get it next time I'm over. It was the blue bit up here, Philip, and it was yellow but blue on the shoulders.
Yeah,
you know that one.
Yeah, I know that one. Yeah. That's a nice one.
Football tops with collars are in decline these days. All my favorite tops have collars. Yeah. This one has a collar.
That just
yeah.
The Spurs third kit, or is it the second one, has a collar on it?
Yeah,
the blue one. Yeah.
I also have the 1991 FA Cup. Oh, big up Peter. Big up to Neil Shafton, Leslie Canford, Leslie Crawford, Neil saying, do you want to read some of these out, Phillips?
Yes, it depends on what Kulu plays, because at times he runs the most of all players when playing in a certain position. Richie does work out there when he does not have the ball. He does. Richie, as Dermot will tell you, Richie never stops.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't stop.
He's a Duracell bunny. He keeps going.
Yeah, he is. He really is.
Leslie Crawford saying, we didn't bring in as much revenue during Mourinho with COVID and empty stadiums. Oh, but that's true enough. Yeah, that's a good point. But I'm saying we've had a good 2 or 3 years since COVID now that the revenue has been exploited or has been increased, I should say. And Colin is in and saying, good afternoon, gents. How are you, Colin?
I hope the move went well. He moved into his new place over the weekend.
Oh,
Philip.
Congratulations, Colin.
He's now got his computer PC back up and running. He was like a little kid on Christmas Day when I spoke to him yesterday evening.
Right. Very good. Well, excuse me, Dermot. I'll just take this.
That's okay. Yeah, no problem. Big up to Peter M. Levy had got burned hiring Marine and Conte. He won't make that mistake again. No, he won't. Bergville, GRU. We've got Leslie Crawford. Peter M. Do you live in Dublin? I saw a pub review from a Peter M. Well, do you live in Dublin, Peter? Let us know. Colin says El Presidente Dermo and Supreme Leader Philip.
Jeez, you sound like something from North Korea.
Are you going to bump me off then, Philip? Is that the plan?
Just don't go close to any high story hotel bedrooms, Dermot.
No, I won't. No, I won't, Philip. No, I try not to. That's a good one. I like that one. Peter and Matt talking to Matthew, Peter, South London, Leslie, Peter. Right, okay. They're talking. Carl, have you noticed that every time Bayern lose, the fans blame Kane?
Yeah, that seems to be getting the way now. You know.
Yeah. We've got a picture of Dermo with his Hasselhoff perm. Oh, that's about the Knight Rider. We've got Hasselhoff. We've got Matthew saying we're back to the 1990 Dermot, the president of the USSR. Now, Philip looks more like Gorbachev than I do, to be fair.
Oh, here we go again.
Well, no, Phil, what do you need now? It's a big red mark on your head and you'd be like Gorbachev. I'm the other fella that gets drunk all the time and starts dancing on the stage like this.
Yeltsin.
I tell you one thing, as a kid growing up, I've said it before and I'll say it again, Philip. As a kid growing up, he was the funniest political leader I've ever seen in my life. I mean, you didn't know what else he was. Did he leave the Taoiseach waiting on Dublin Airport and he was too pissed to come off the plane?
Yeah. He says his security detail didn't wake him up, but he was too pissed to wake up.
Oh, Lord God. A lot of people talking to each other. Leslie, we have 40. Yeah, we'll talk that one. The best team don't rely on one goal scorer. No. Neil says, Vic screaming Italian, Romero screaming in Spanish, Sarah and Bazuma, what French, Kulu speaks 4 languages, Richie and Radu can work out the Latin and the Portuguese. I worked out that Romero and Van der Ven speak in hands and sign language, which compares of this and that. It was like Romero liberated Van der Ven, right? And he just went back to Romero. And Romero just laughed and walked off. So it must be a private joke between one another.
Oh, probably,
and then there was Vicario, right, just shouting at them, oh, up, go up, effing go up, effing move up, effing move up. And then one ball, Vicario had the ball, and Højbjerg was just outside the area near the touchline. And he was shouting at Vicario to give him the ball so Højbjerg can get it moving. And Vicario would get the ball. Højbjerg threw a hissy fit. It's like he thumped his leg on the ground, right? Threw his hands onto the side and went, for fuck's sake. It was so funny. Oh, dear. I'll tell you one thing, Philip. Honestly, it was funny. The grain of Ange far outrates the loss of Kane. Yeah, exactly.
That's true. That's true.
Do you want to read these two here, Philip?
Yeah, Neil Shafton, youthful exuberance on Sar's part. And yes, you take him to the side after the game and have a quiet word about him, quiet chat about just that, the potential impact on the team.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Yeah, I mean, if the referee had been with someone like Michael Oliver, could have sent him off for that tackle, then where would we be, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
And Neil is saying that black strip they have posted would be a huge moneymaker if they use it next season. They could use it for cup competitions and also use it a few home games. It just needs Coy's ghosted. Yeah, they'll only use black strip in a home match, but excuse me, my throat's done sore again. I haven't seen that new black kit. It must be one that Nike have put out for next season, you know. And Matthew saying Philip and Kim Jong-un meeting that.
Oh, I would love to be a fly on the wall for that meeting. Matthew, I think if we had Kane still, Ange would have used him better than Tuchel at Brighton.
Well, you know, Harry Kane's scoring lots of goals early season for Bayern. He's dried up a little bit lately, so, you know.
It's the Bundesliga, Philip. Come on.
Yeah.
It's not the Premier League.
That's true.
So that's taken us 53 minutes to go through the chat, Philip.
Wow.
Right. Now, do you want to go through the team ratings quickly, Philip, before we do that? So we get your rate. So go on. So what's your ratings here, Philip?
Okay, Vicario, give him an 8. Again, excellent. Pedro Porro, 7. Romero and Van der Ven, I give them a 7.5 each. Udogie, 7. We got Sar. I think he was worth an 8. Madison 7. Bentancur 6. He wasn't just fully at us. Kulichevsky 7. Richarlison 8, and Werner 7. I think. And then the substitutes. I think they made such an important part on us. I'm going to give Sonny an 8 because of his contribution to the goal. Højbjerg an 8 as well. He was really good. Basuma at 7, and Johnson. Well, he scored the winning goal. He wasn't fully tuned into the whole game, so I'll give him a 6.5.
Sorry, Yeah, I've got a bit of breaking news here, Philip. Dillette looks set to be for a summer move over the Premier League, with 3 teams looking at soon to be out of favour. Centre back at Bayern Munich. Man U, Chelsea, and Spurs are keeping tabs on the development. All will depend on Bayern's transfer business this summer. That is the latest that we got from our source. So
he's a good lad. Delict is a good player.
Yeah. And these are the substitutes, Philip. That Højbjerg could. The only ones who didn't come on was Radu, Emerson, and Skip. So the rest of them did. What's your play ratings for the subs that came on?
So I gave it there Sonny an 8.
Yeah.
Højbjerg an 8. Basuma, did say 7 for him. Ben Davies came on as well, didn't he?
Yeah, he made a cock up near the end.
I'll give him a 6 then, and Brennan Johnson 6.5.
I was disappointed with Brennan Johnson, Philip. I was he got the goal, brilliant, but I was so disappointed in his thing. And also, I was disappointed in Evan Ferguson as well.
Well, that's a good point for Spurs, not for Ireland, but good way for Spurs.
Yeah, it is. Now, for me, Vicario gets a 9, Philip. He was immense. And when the penalty scored right, everyone started singing Vicario when Brighton got the penalty. And it was like, I haven't heard that before. It was just unreal. I'm going to give the whole defense 8.5. I thought they played well, especially that second half. They did defend well as a unit. Papa Sarr, give an 8. James Madison, I give a 9. I thought he was.
You saw more of the match than I did, so I'll take your scores to be more accurate.
Bentancur, I'll give an 8. Kulu, I'll give 8.5. Richie, I'll give a 9, just for his work rate alone. That man never stops. I've really changed my mind on Richarlison now, Philip. Over the last month or so, I really have changed my mind. And Werner, I thought played very well. I give him an 8.5. I thought he played. He cuts in a lot, Philip. He cuts in, and when he cuts in, he looks very quickly either for a pass or a shoot. Yeah, he doesn't. He's very good. I think we should buy him personally.
When he gets the first goal, that'll really set him off. When he gets his first goal.
Yeah. Højbjerg, 8.5. Basuma, 8. Sonny, 9. He was immense when he came on. Lifted the crowd. Ben Davies, I give 7. Look, he came on for Destiny, but Porro was limping, Philip, for the whole of that second half.
Yeah, you were saying that. He didn't come off, though.
No, and that's what really surprised us. Why is he taking off Destiny? Now, he nearly gave away a goal at the end, Davis, when we, at 1-1 before we scored the winner.
Yeah.
But yeah, I thought Davis, I'll give him a 7, Philip. Just very quickly on travelling over, Philip, look, the Aer Lingus were fantastic, by the way. Nothing to fault Aer Lingus at all. Brilliant airline to fly with, though a bit expensive, but very good. Now, when I was going over there, there was about 4 or 5 or 6 girls from Cork. Now, Philip knows they've got their own language down there, or their own accent down there. It's hard enough to understand a Cork person at the best of times, especially when they're pissed drunk on a hen night, right? Hen weekend in London, right? So go onto the plane. I'm sitting by the window. I'm a nervous flyer anyway, so I've worked out, Philip, to video the takeoff and video the landing. It takes my, to take my thing I've flying. Anyway, we're in a traffic jam on the runway. There's 7 planes in front of us, all going at the same time. So what did the girls do beside me? So they turned around and said, "A Dublin airport having to whip round to pay the toll." And I watched out the window. Aer Lingus, Ryanair, Aer Lingus, British Airways, Ryanair. I don't know. It was like, and then the pilot came on at one point. He says, "We're going a bit slower because we're catching the plane in front, so we have to stay back."
Yeah.
And then he said, and I was looking out the window, right, and I could see the Irish Sea, right. Next thing I could see land. I'm thinking, that can't be fucking Wales. Next thing, we're over Wales. I'm thinking, and then I'm thinking to myself, the Irish Sea's not that wide. You could walk across, you could swim across that. So we went over Birmingham, had a look for your old house, Philip. Saw it's a big plaque there. Philip Brady lived here, right? Went over Manchester, saw Column, Man United.
If you went over Manchester, you were going the wrong way, Dermot.
Well, he went over Manchester.
Did he?
I don't know. He sort of went, but he sort of, because the plane in front of us there was a few planes in front of us all going to the same place. So they were basically had to keep back. We had to go around Heathrow once. We had to do a fly round, wait for the plane in front of us to land. And before you knew it, you're at Heathrow. It's like up, down. So you walk out of the airport. Now I'm thinking, right, I'm going to have to be checked here and everything. You don't get checked at Heathrow Airport. You're allowed straight through. Not one bit of check of your passport or your driving license or nothing. Just let you into the country.
Yeah.
Now, Dublin, you go through security at Dublin. Another thing as well, they want you to take off your belts, your socks, your bag, and everything. And then coming back, Heathrow do everything bar take your DNA test. They let you back into the country. But I have to say, and have to say the traveling there was brilliant as well. London Underground had a few problems, but I have to say, I got a bus to Hammersmith, and then I got the Elizabeth line back to Heathrow, which is a fantastic line, Philip. But the atmosphere, I've never known an atmosphere like it. It was like optimism, happiness, and everything. It was
expectation.
I can't describe it, Philip, what it's like at Tottenham now. It's hard to describe.
Well, compared to last season, it's a different place to be altogether.
It is. Also, I was with Ollie. Ollie went to the toilet, and this Brighton fan gave Ollie jip right at half time. So when Tottenham scored the winner, Ollie next to me says, "Where's that fucker? Where's that fucker? I want to get at him. I want to get him." I said, "Ollie, calm down." When we scored, me and Ollie just hugged him. We were jumping up and down, right, scoring. This career fella behind me was high-fiving everyone. And then he says, "Have you seen my missus?" We went, "No. Why?" She was halfway down the line hugging everyone. She was obviously, it was funny. Yeah, but and also I know you need to go soon, Philip. So
yeah.
I'll finish it off soon. One complaint though about the stewards, guys, is Brighton were playing with the balls at halftime before the game. Do you know, practicing? And I have to say, Steele is a very good goalkeeper for Brighton, by the way. And the ball went over. Now, there's a little kid behind us who wasn't very well, bless him. And we all decided, between 6 of us, we keep the ball for him as a surprise. So we all hid the ball under our seat sort of thing. Nobody could see it. And we weren't telling the young lad. And this young lad, the steward come down, "I want the ball back." Well, it's a ball. You've got plenty of balls out there. Why do you want this ball? We'll want to give it to the young lad behind us as a little present for him. He's not well. I don't care. Next thing, Tottenham bring down this bag of little goodies for him. And there was a 9-year-old evicted from the stadium.
Jesus.
Now, this is true as word for inciting fighting with the Brighton fans. He's 9 fucking years old. I'm like, to be fair, he was giving them the fingers and swearing at them, but do you know, he's 9 years old. So anyway, the father must have complained to somebody, and I saw after Tottenham again bought a little bag of goodies for him. A load of people got evicted apparently at that game on Saturday.
Yeah, I think it happens most games, you know.
Yeah. But yeah, absolutely. And afterwards, Philip, do you want to go through the last of the chats, Philip? So you can start from Danny Field and work away.
Yeah, just before I do that, Neil's have to send me a picture of this black shirt.
Oh, I love that. I love that.
There you go. Thanks, Neil.
Oh, that's lovely, Neil.
Now, let's see what else we got. Yeah, Daniel Field, it goes from tribal support to a nightclub. Yeah, true.
Yeah, I've got a video of what it was like afterwards.
There's a few above that we didn't show before, did we? They were like, Højbjerg should stay, man, in my opinion. Well, based on what he did on Saturday, I think we're pretty much agreeable.
I think he should stay, Philip. I think he should stay, to be fair. Yeah. I think he should.
And Leslie Crawford said, Brennan Johnson has played 1307 minutes for Tottenham. That's in 15 full games. He has 3 goals and 4 assists. Let's wait and see how he gets on to the end of the season. Yeah, it'll take him time to settle in. That's the deal. Like, we're maybe being a bit harsh on the lad, you know?
Yeah.
But, you know, maybe we expect an instant fix. It doesn't always work that way. And Neil is saying, only criticism of Werner were his crosses. I know they were low, but he wasn't making it hard to stop what they were just a pass.
Yeah.
If we could have lifted a few of those, we could have had a few easy goals. Yeah, true. Yeah. He'll get there.
It was like we all passed it around Philip in the first half. But
yes.
You know, that was the thing that annoyed me. DJ Samuel, you should have said you can't have the ball back there on my body. I know the poor little lad, you know, and it's only football, Philip. They've got plenty of fucking balls on the pitch.
Yeah.
It's going to be tight between Leverkusen and Brian. Big up to Dermot and all. Werner ghosted that entire match. I don't think he did. I thought he was brilliant. He played well. Bellingham, this is unreal, Philip. Bellingham has had an incredible at Real Madrid. 20 goals in 26 games. That's all. We've got would the black kit cause problems seeing other players against the crowd?
Well, some teams have worn black kits and it hasn't really bothered them.
Man United did, and Ferguson made them change it.
That was a great kit, wasn't it? Great kit.
It was. Can you give your Twitter address, lads? Yeah, it's at James Moyles 10, Michael. That's our Twitter, at James Moyles 10. Well, Mr. Brady, we're going to finish off with this. This was me at the stadium after the game. All I'm going to say is, please, I'm going to apologize now for the singing. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah, I can quite understand why.
Yeah. Philip, you've never known. Every stand was jumping. They were hopping. Listen, if you need to go, Philip, I can close off. So if you need to go,
I need to go now. Don's fault. I need to go off here. So
yeah.
Well, listen, folks, a good show. Good show. Yeah. I'll talk to you later on, Dermot. Okay.
Yeah, we'll sort out that other video later on if you can do that tonight.
Get it done. All the best.
All right, see you later. Good one, Philip. Yeah, there you go. I'll take Philip out there, guys. But there we are. That is. Oh no, why have I taken myself off? That's not a good idea. That's not a good idea. There we go. That's better. Listen, lads, that is THFC till I chive. Back again, the deadly Giro. And thanks for watching. It's been a great show as over. Thank you to Michael, DJ Samuel. I want to say a big thank you to Matthew as well for the super chat. Neil Shafton from the member for 8 months. It really do help. So please pick up your memberships. Please pick up your memberships as well. Please also send in super chats and that. And please do hit that QR code for our official partner, Wraith Energy. Absolutely. Have everything on there, guys. Really do. A great, great website there as well. So please help them out. It'll be absolutely fantastic if you can. But that's all. We are back tomorrow, of course, at 4 with Newsbeat. It would just be me tomorrow because Philip, of course. DJ Sam, I'm going to the Arsenal game. I'm trying to get to that game as well, DJ. I'm in a raffle for tickets. But if I can't get to that game, I'll be going to the Burnley game. So that is the last 2 games I'm going to. Neil Shafton says they don't have problem with Black and the Andy show. No, they don't, Neil. That's so true. But thank you all for watching, guys. It's been a great show. And always, I'm glad to be back. I'm doing what I love doing. Talking Tottenham to you guys. Whatever you do, have a lovely rest of the afternoon. And we'll see you tomorrow at 4. Come on, you Spurs and Big Ange. We trust.